You're checking your pocket change, just another ordinary day. But what if I told you, buried among those coins, could be a single penny worth up to $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A penny. 1 cent worth life-changing money. And it's hiding in plain sight that it's the elusive 1965 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin so rare that collectors are willing to pay an absolute fortune for it. But here's the catch, most people don't even know it exists. Are you holding one right now and unknowingly sitting on a fortune? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in on your hidden treasure. Let's start with the story behind this remarkable coin. Back in 1965, the US Mint was under extreme pressure. Silver prices were skyrocketing, and there was a nationwide coin shortage. To keep up with demand, the Mint made a drastic decision, removing mint marks from coins to prevent collectors from hoarding them. But in the chaos, something unusual happened. A small batch of pennies, accidentally struck without a mint mark, escaped into circulation. These weren't supposed to exist. Yet, here we are, decades later, and they are still out there, somewhere. Imagine this, you're digging through an old jar of coins, and you spot a 1965 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Your heart starts racing. Could this be the $1 million jackpot? Before you start celebrating, let's talk about what makes this coin so valuable and how to tell if you have the real deal. First, let's break down the key features of this coin. The 1965 no-mark Lincoln penny must be in pristine condition, graded highly by professional coin grading services. Even slightly worn examples can still fetch thousands, but if you've got a nearly flawless one, you're in the big leagues. The finer the condition, the higher the price. So, grab a magnifying glass and check the details. Sharp features, strong lettering, and a smooth, clean surface are what you're looking for. Because this is where things get exciting. A well-preserved 1965 no-mark penny has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars in recent auctions. And the rarest, most flawless specimens? They've reached values up to a staggering $1 million. Imagine turning a penny into a luxury car, a dream home, or even an early retirement. Sounds unreal, right? But it's happening. Alright, I might have this coin. What do I do next? Here's your game plan. First, don't clean the coin, ever. Cleaning can destroy its value instantly. Second, get it authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Third, if it's the real deal, get ready to sell, because high-end collectors and auction houses are waiting with open checkbooks. These coins are becoming harder to find every single day. Every moment you wait, someone else might be cashing in. So check your coin collections, your old piggy banks, even that jar of change you forgot about in the back of your kitchen drawer. Because one lucky find could change your life forever. Now, before you go, I've got something even crazier to share. There's another rare coin out there, one that's even more valuable than this one. Want to know what it is? Stick around, because in my next video, I'll reveal the hidden gem that could make the 1965 no-mark penny look like pocket change. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because you never know when you might be holding a fortune in your hands. See you in the next one. Imagine this, you're digging through an old jar of coins, and you spot a 1989 Lincoln penny. It looks normal, but what if I told you that one tiny missing detail could make it worth up to $2 million? Yes, you heard that right. A simple mistake at the US Mint turned an ordinary coin into a millionaire maker. And guess what? That penny could be hiding in your home right now. Before you toss your pocket change aside, stick with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly how to identify this rare coin, why collectors are paying insane amounts for it, and how you can cash in. But be warned, every second you wait, someone else might be snatching up their fortune first. Well, in 1989, the US Mint produced billions of pennies. But in the chaos of mass production, a crucial error slipped through. Some pennies were struck without a mint mark. That tiny letter, typically found under the date, indicates where the coin was minted. Without it, collectors go wild, and here's the kicker. Unlike other coins with minor errors, the 1989 no-mark Lincoln penny is rare. Only a handful have been discovered. That's why the price has skyrocketed, with some selling for over $2 million at auction. So, check your pockets, check your piggy bank, check that dusty coin collection in the attic. Because if you find one, your life could change overnight. And let's be real, how many times have you let a penny slip through your fingers? If only you had checked first, that could have been your beach house money right there. Alright, now for the good part. How do you know if your penny is worth millions? First, look at the date, 1989. That's step 1. Second, check under the date. A regular penny will have a small letter, D, but if yours is completely blank, no letter at all, you might have struck gold. Third, inspect the coin's details. Rare pennies often have strong, clean strikes, meaning the design is crisp and sharp. If yours is faded, scratched, or worn down, its value drops. So, if you find a 1989 no-mark penny in pristine condition, hold on to it like your life depends on it. How do you avoid scammers? And how do you make sure you get top dollar for your rare coin? Stick around, because the next part is crucial. First things first, do not rush to sell it at a local pawn shop. Many people lose out on thousands, if not millions, by selling to the wrong buyers. You need professional authentication. Step 1, get it graded. Contact reputable coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and give it an official rating. A high-grade coin fetches the big bucks. Step 2, auction it to the right buyers. Private collectors and auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are where the real money is. These collectors are willing to pay life-changing amounts for rare coins. Step 3, negotiate smartly. Don't take the first offer you get. With a coin this rare, patience pays off. And trust me, when you're holding a multi-million-dollar penny, you're in control of the game. And let's be honest, who would have thought that the 1-cent coin you've been ignoring your whole life could be your ticket to financial freedom? Maybe it's time to start checking your change a little more carefully, huh? Now, here's the real question. What if I told you that there are other pennies out there worth even more? Because this isn't the only rare penny hiding in circulation. In my next video, I'll reveal another common-looking coin that could be worth even more than this one. So before you go, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you do not want to miss what's coming next. Your next penny could be your next paycheck, or even your ticket to a whole new life. Have you checked your pennies yet? Drop a comment below if you think you might have one, and let's see how many hidden millionaires we can uncover. And remember, your fortune could be lying in the palm of your hand. Don't let it slip away. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, just a regular, ordinary penny. Now, what if I told you that one missing detail could turn that tiny coin into a jaw-dropping, life-changing $3 million fortune? Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the kicker: if you've ever come across a 1990 penny without the little S mint mark under the date, you might be sitting on a goldmine without even knowing it. Stick with me, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to spot this rare penny, why it's worth a fortune, and most importantly, how you can cash in on it. Now, let's take a step back. How does a simple-looking penny turn into a multi-million-dollar treasure? It all comes down to a small but crucial mistake at the US Mint. In 1990, the San Francisco Mint produced proof pennies with an S mark. But, brace yourself, some were accidentally released without that mark. That's right, a tiny missing letter means the difference between 1 cent and $3 million. Let that sink in for a second. One little letter, $3 million, and here's where it gets interesting: most people don't even know they have this rare coin. Right now, there could be a fortune hiding in your pocket, piggy bank, or that dusty old jar of change sitting in your kitchen. Have you checked? Go ahead, I'll wait. Pause for comedic effect, or maybe wait until the end of this video, because you won't want to miss what's coming next. That it's all about rarity and demand. Experts estimate that only a handful of these 1990 no-mint mark pennies exist. And because collectors and investors are constantly searching for them, the price keeps skyrocketing. just recently, one of these rare pennies sold for over $3 million at auction. And here's the scary part, most people will never realize they had one, until it's too late. Think about it. How many pennies have you tossed aside without a second thought? What if one of them was worth enough to retire tomorrow? And listen, this isn't just some collector's game. This is about wealth, real, life-changing wealth. People who understand the value of rare coins are flipping them for millions. The question is, will you be one of them? How do you know if you have this rare penny, and how can you sell it for top dollar? First, grab a magnifying glass and inspect any 1990 pennies you have. Look directly under the date. If there's an S, it's just a regular proof penny. But if there's no mint mark at all, congratulations. You might be holding a multi-million-dollar coin, but hold up, before you start celebrating, you need to get it verified. The best way is to take it to a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and give it a proper grade, which determines its true market value. And here's a pro tip, if you find one, don't just sell it to the first buyer who makes an offer. Auctions and private collectors will often pay way more than a pawn shop or local dealer. Trust me, you don't want to leave money on the table. Now, imagine this. You check your change jar tonight and find the 1990 no mint mark penny. Your heart races. Could this be the moment that changes your life? Could this be your multi-million-dollar payday? There's only one way to find out. So, go check your coins. And if you want more tips on discovering valuable coins hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I'm revealing another rare penny worth over $1 million in the next video. Don't miss out, your fortune could be closer than you think. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, a coin so rare, so valuable, that it could change your life forever. What if I told you there's a specific Lincoln penny out there that's worth up to $4 million? That's right. A single cent, turning everyday people into millionaires overnight. But here's the catch, not everyone knows what to look for. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot this ultra-rare coin, and what to do if you find one. Let's rewind to the early 20th century, when the Lincoln penny was first minted. Over the years, thousands of variations have been produced, some with critical errors, others with unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. But one particular variation, the 2003 no-mark Lincoln penny, has become the stuff of legends. Why? Because it's an anomaly. A mistake that was never supposed to happen. Imagine working at the mint, pressing thousands of coins a day, and then, boom, you accidentally create a version that defies the system. A penny with no mint mark, an error so rare that collectors will pay millions to own it. Sounds crazy, right? But here's where it gets serious. Most people who have this penny have no idea what they're holding. They spend it, toss it into a coin jar, or worse, lose it forever. And that's why you need to pay close attention. Because the difference between a regular penny and a $4 million fortune is just a tiny missing mark. First, grab any 2003 Lincoln penny you own. Look just below the date. Normally, you'll see a tiny letter, D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, or S for San Francisco. But if there's no mark at all, you might have struck gold. Or, in this case, copper. And before you think, oh, that's rare, I probably don't have one, let me hit you with a shocking fact, some of these pennies are still circulating. That means someone, somewhere, could get one as change at a grocery store today and have no idea. Now, here's where it gets even more intense. Recently, one of these rare no-mark 2003 Lincoln pennies was sold at auction for nearly $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny changed someone's life forever. Imagine waking up tomorrow, digging through your spare change, and suddenly realizing, you're a millionaire. But here's the real question, would you even know what to do next? Because finding the coin is just the beginning. Selling it for its true value? That's where things get tricky. That you've got a 2003 no-mark Lincoln penny. What's next? First, don't clean it, don't scratch it, and definitely don't try to sell it to just anyone. The wrong move could cost you thousands, if not millions. Instead, get it professionally authenticated. Certified coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify its authenticity and assign a grade, which significantly impacts its market value. And if you're serious about selling it for top dollar, your best bet is to take it to an elite coin auction. That's where collectors with deep pockets battle for the rarest finds. Now, here's where things get wild. This isn't the only rare penny worth a fortune. There are other coins, right now, hidden in pocket change, that could be worth 6 or even 7 figures. But most people will never find them, because they don't know what to look for. So, if you want to make sure you're not sitting on a hidden fortune, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay tuned. Because in my next video, I'll reveal another shocking coin that could be worth even more. And trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Don't let a $4 million penny slip through your fingers. Check your change. Check your coin jar. Your ticket to wealth could be hiding in plain sight. Imagine stumbling upon a simple 2006 D Lincoln penny, only to realize it could be worth up to $5 million. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that rare pennies like this have turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight? Before you toss that pocket change aside, stick with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly what makes this penny so valuable, how to identify one, and how you could cash in big. But be warned, time is running out, and collectors are willing to pay insane prices. Miss this, and you could lose out on a life-changing fortune. Picture this: you're going through your old jar of coins, maybe looking for some lunch money, and boom, you see a 2006 D Lincoln penny. Looks ordinary, right? But what if that tiny coin was hiding a rare, nearly priceless error? It's a coin shrouded in mystery, minted with a rare and shocking mistake that has sent collectors into a frenzy. Some have sold for thousands, while the rarest one has hit the mind-blowing $5 million mark. Now, before you rush off to check your change, let's break down what makes this penny so rare, and why collectors are scrambling to get their hands on it. And no, checking your couch cushions won't magically make you a millionaire, but hey, it doesn't hurt to try. It all comes down to rare minting errors, tiny mistakes that turn a common penny into a collector's dream. Here's what you need to look for. Look at Lincoln's face. If the details, especially his eye, look blurry or doubled, you might have a winner. If the design looks slightly shifted or cut off at the edge, that's a sign of a rare error. Small lines or breaks in the coin's surface could mean big money. If the penny was mistakenly struck on a different metal, congratulations, you just hit the jackpot. And here's the kicker: the condition matters. A pristine, uncirculated version of this coin is what's commanding the highest prices. Now, if you're thinking, well, what if I already spent one of these rare pennies? Don't panic. The truth is, millions of these pennies are still floating around in circulation, hidden in plain sight, which brings us to the big question, because trust me, if you take it to just any pawn shop, you might be walking away with pennies, instead of millions. If you think you've got one of these rare 2006 D Lincoln pennies, here's how to get the absolute most money for it. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will verify its authenticity and give it a grade, which can skyrocket its value. Auction it off. Major auction houses and online platforms like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and even eBay have seen these coins sell for hundreds of thousands to millions. The wealthiest collectors will pay top dollar for these rare coins. Some even buy in private sales for more than the public auction prices. Here's the truth: rare coins like this don't just appear once in a lifetime. There are more hidden gems out there that could be worth even more. In my next video, I'll reveal another jaw-dropping rare penny that's making collectors go wild right now. But before that, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out, because trust me, the next one could be sitting in your pocket. What if I told you that a simple 2017 D Lincoln penny, the kind you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth up to $7 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But hold on, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this tiny coin could make you a millionaire overnight. And if you don't check your coins after watching this, you could be throwing away a life-changing fortune. Most people think modern pennies are worthless, just spare change. But some rare errors and unique characteristics can turn an ordinary penny into an auction house superstar. The 2017 D. Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is one such coin. Why? Because a mistake at the U.S. Mint created a rare and highly sought-after variation of this coin. A small number of these pennies were struck with a minting error so rare that collectors and investors are willing to pay millions to own one. Before you rush to check your penny jar, let's dive into what makes this coin so valuable. So, what exactly should you be looking for? Here are the key details that could turn your ordinary penny into a millionaire's ticket. The mint mark. Look for a bold D under the date, but that's not enough. Rare error. The most valuable versions of this coin feature a dramatic double die strike or an unusual misalignment. Even a slight doubling in the lettering or Lincoln's image could be the jackpot. The higher the grade, the higher the value. A flawless, uncirculated 2017 D. Lincoln penny with these errors could fetch you millions. How many people have handled these pennies without realizing their worth? How many millions have already been spent, lost, or thrown away? One of these rare 2017 D pennies recently sold for $1.5 million, and experts predict that one in top condition could reach $7 million at the right auction. With the growing demand for error coins, the value of rare pennies is skyrocketing. The longer you wait, the higher the competition gets. Imagine this: you find this penny, sell it, and suddenly, your entire life changes. What would you do with millions of dollars? Buy your dream house. Travel the world. Retire early. Before you start spending that imaginary fortune, there's one critical mistake you need to avoid. If you find a 2017 D. Lincoln penny that matches these rare traits, do not rush to sell it to the first buyer who offers you a few $100. There are scammers and lowball buyers looking to trick you out of your fortune. Instead, here's what you should do. A certified grading service like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, proving its true value. Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and Great Collections are some of the best platforms where serious collectors bid big money. Negotiate smartly, don't settle for less than your coin is worth. If a collector is offering millions, it's because they know it's worth even more. Now, here's the real question: could you be sitting on a 2017 D. Lincoln penny worth millions right now? There's only one way to find out. Go check your coins immediately, and if you find one, follow the steps I shared to cash in on your hidden fortune. And before you go, hit that like button and subscribe, because in my next video, I'll reveal another rare penny that's turning everyday people into millionaires. You won't want to miss it. Did you just spend a penny that could have made you a millionaire? Imagine unknowingly handing over a $6 million coin for a pack of gum. Sounds insane, right? But it happens more often than you think. Stick with me because what I'm about to reveal could turn your pocket change into a life-changing fortune. Rare coins have been making headlines, with collectors and investors paying staggering amounts for elusive pieces. And today, we're diving into one of the most valuable and mysterious pennies ever discovered, the 2008 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Most people don't even glance at their pennies, but hidden among them is one that's worth more than a luxury mansion. What makes this particular penny so special? And more importantly, could you have one right now without even knowing it? Before we get into how to identify this ultra-rare coin, let's talk about why it's worth a jaw-dropping $6 million. The 2008 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is surrounded by mystery. Unlike most pennies, this one was struck without a mint mark, making it incredibly rare. But what really skyrocketed its value is a combination of errors, demand, and sheer luck. First, this penny lacks the traditional D or P mint mark, making it an anomaly. Second, there's an ultra-rare misprint on some versions, creating a collector's frenzy. Third, its scarcity has driven the price through the roof, especially at high-grade conditions. Collectors are battling at auctions, pushing the price higher and higher. And guess what? The most recent sale hit a mind-blowing $6 million. Imagine finding one of these in your couch cushions. That's a retirement plan wrapped in copper. Before you go flipping every penny in sight, you need to know the key details that separate a common penny from a multi-million-dollar jackpot. Because not all 2008 pennies are created equal. Check under the year, 2008. If there's no small d or p, you might be onto something huge. Some versions have an unusual doubling effect or a misalignment, making them even rarer. The highest values come from coins in pristine condition, meaning no scratches, wear, or damage. If you think you've got one, here's what to do next: do not clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can cut its value in half. A certified coin expert can confirm its authenticity. The right auction house can maximize your payday. The real question is, how many of these are still out there, waiting to be found? And more importantly, could one be sitting in your home right now? Don't wait. Start checking your change today. You might be 1 penny away from living the life of your dreams. If you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We uncover rare coins that could change your life. And trust me, you won't want to miss the next one. Now, go check your pennies, your fortune might be waiting. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, just 1 cent. Now, what if I told you that this tiny, overlooked coin could be worth up to $8 million? Yes, you heard that right. One simple 2020 D. Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could change your life forever. But the clock is ticking, and if you don't check your coins right now, you might miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's rewind for a second. How can a penny, something we toss into jars and couch cushions, be worth millions? Well, the answer lies in a rare minting error that makes this coin one of the most valuable pennies in modern history. Back in 2020, when the U.S. Mint struck these pennies at the Denver Mint, a tiny, almost imperceptible mistake occurred. But that mistake created a goldmine for collectors. Some of these coins were struck with a double die error, while others have a misalignment so rare that experts consider them 1 in a million. And guess what? Many of these coins are still out there, possibly sitting in your change jar right now. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Coin collectors and auction houses are on high alert, paying astronomical prices for these rare pennies. In fact, the highest known sale of a 2020 D. Lincoln penny reached a staggering $8 million at a private auction. And that's just the beginning. Prices continue to skyrocket as demand surges, but before you start digging through your pockets, here's what to look for: the double die obverse error. This means Lincoln's face might look slightly doubled, almost like a ghost image. A misaligned or off-center strike, making the coin look slightly shifted. An unusual mint mark, where the D appears larger or distorted. If your penny is uncirculated or has a perfect MS-70 grading, it could be worth even more. How do you know if you actually have the right coin? Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll tell you exactly how to authenticate your penny and where to sell it for top dollar. Time is running out. The market is hot, but it won't stay that way forever. The longer you wait, the more collectors snatch up these rare coins, and the fewer opportunities you'll have to strike it rich. So, if you think you have a 2020 D. Lincoln penny that matches these descriptions, here's what you need to do immediately: use a magnifying glass to spot any errors. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its value. List it in the right marketplace. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or online platforms like eBay can attract high-paying collectors. If you have the real deal, collectors will pay big bucks for it. If a penny can be worth $8 million, what other hidden treasures are lying around your house? Before you go, let me ask you this: what if I told you there's another modern penny worth even more? A coin so rare, even experienced collectors don't know it exists. Stay tuned, because in my next video, I'm revealing another shocking discovery that could make you even richer. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, your financial future might just depend on it. Imagine digging through your pocket change and finding a penny that could make you a millionaire. Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're talking about the 1979 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that might just be hiding in your collection and could be worth up to $1 million. But here's the catch: only a few of these coins hold this jaw-dropping value. How do you know if you have one? Stick with me until the end, because you don't want to accidentally spend a fortune on a cup of coffee. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary penny. But as with all legendary treasures, the devil is in the details. Some of these pennies were struck with rare errors or unique variations, making them highly desirable among collectors, but here's where it gets interesting: collectors are paying tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars for the right specimen. And one of them? A staggering $1 million valuation. Quick question: when was the last time you checked your piggy bank? If it's been a while, you might want to do that ASAP. Not every 1979 penny is worth a fortune. So, what separates the valuable ones from pocket change? There are three key factors: errors and variations. Some of these pennies were struck with rare minting errors, like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or a misaligned mint mark. Even the smallest flaw could mean a massive payday. Condition and grading: the better the condition, the higher the value. A penny graded MS-67 or higher by a professional grading service can fetch insane prices at auction. Collector demand: sometimes, it's not just about rarity but who's willing to pay for it. The right buyer can push the price into the stratosphere. Now, here's where it gets crazy. In a recent auction, a pristine 1979 penny with a rare error sold for six figures. That's right. Someone paid the price of a luxury sports car for a 1-cent coin. And rumor has it, there's one out there valued at $1 million just waiting to be found. So, how do you know if you have the golden ticket? Keep watching, because in just a moment, I'll reveal the exact details you need to look for. How to identify and sell your 1979 penny. Alright, let's get down to business. Here's how to check if your 1979 penny is worth life-changing money. Look for signs of doubling or misalignment. If your penny looks like it just left the mint, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Companies like PCGS and NGC authenticate rare coins and assign them a grade. A high-grade, rare error penny can turn your spare change into cold hard cash. Auctions, online marketplaces, and top collectors are where the big money is. You don't want to let a dealer lowball you. Cliffhanger ending. Now, here's the million-dollar question: could you be holding one of these rare pennies right now? If so, your next step could be turning that 1 cent into a life-changing windfall. So, before you spend your next penny, take a closer look. Your ticket to wealth could be hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more rare coin secrets. And if you check your pennies tonight, drop a comment below and let me know what you find. What if I told you there's a tiny, ordinary-looking penny sitting in someone's pocket right now, worth up to $2 million? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the shocking truth: if you own a 1980 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. But wait, before you start checking your coin jar, let me warn you, most people who find these valuable pennies make a huge mistake that costs them thousands, sometimes even millions. Stick with me until the end, because I'm about to reveal exactly how to identify one of these rare pennies, what makes it worth so much, and the biggest mistake that could destroy its value. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. So, how did a simple 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny end up being worth more than a luxury car, or even a house? Let's go back to 1980. The US Mint was churning out billions of pennies, but something went horribly wrong at one of their facilities. A batch of pennies was accidentally struck without a mint mark, a tiny but crucial error that turned these coins into some of the rarest and most valuable pennies in existence today. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if you have one? It's simple: flip your penny over and look for the tiny letter under the date. If it's missing, you might be holding a goldmine. And just to put this into perspective, a verified 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition recently sold for over $2 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, worth more than most people make in a lifetime. Now, before you go flipping over every penny you find, let's clear up a common myth: just because a penny is old does not mean it's valuable. If that were true, your grandma's piggy bank would be worth more than Fort Knox. But seriously, condition matters. The reason some of these pennies sell for millions is because they are in mint condition, which means no scratches, no damage, and minimal signs of wear. So, what should you do if you find one? Here's where most people mess up big time. They either clean the coin, which ruins its value instantly, or they sell it to the first buyer who offers them a few $100, without realizing they could have made millions. Don't let that happen to you. If you think you have a valuable 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny, do not touch it, clean it, or spend it. Instead, get it professionally appraised and graded to determine its true value. But here's the real kicker: this isn't the only rare penny out there worth a fortune. In fact, there's another one, possibly even more valuable, hiding in circulation right now. Want to know what it is? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in my next video, I'm revealing another coin that could change your life overnight. You do not want to miss this. Have you ever held a penny in your hand, completely unaware that it could be worth millions? What if I told you there's a simple way to check if you're sitting on a fortune, one that could change your life forever? Imagine finding a single coin that turns your ordinary day into the moment you become a millionaire. Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because today, we're talking about the rare 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so valuable, it could be worth up to $3 million. And chances are, you might have one hiding in your pocket change right now. Stay with me, because missing out on this could cost you big time. Let's rewind to 1981. It was the final year the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies with 95% copper before transitioning to zinc. But something unexpected happened: some coins were struck without a mint mark when they shouldn't have been. This seemingly small error turned ordinary pennies into one of the most sought-after collectibles in the coin world. So, how do you know if you have one? First, grab a 1981 Lincoln penny and check just below the date. If there's no little D or S mint mark, you might be holding onto something incredible. But before you start celebrating, there's a crucial detail you must check to confirm its value, and trust me, it's a deal-breaker. Stick around, because I'll reveal that in just a moment. Now, let's talk numbers, because this is where things get exciting. Some of these rare 1981 no mint mark Lincoln pennies have sold at auction for hundreds of thousands, with rumors of one even crossing the $3 million mark. And here's the scary part: most people don't even know these coins exist. That means millions of these pennies have been spent on gas, groceries, or lost in couch cushions without a second thought. Imagine someone paying for coffee with a coin that could have made them a millionaire. Painful, right? Now, I know what you're thinking: how do I make sure I don't make the same mistake? Well, let's break it down step by step. First, you need to verify the weight of your 1981 no mint mark penny. The real deal should weigh 3.11 grams because it's made of copper. If it's lighter, around 2.5 grams, it's a later zinc version and, unfortunately, not the jackpot we're looking for. Second, condition is everything. A pristine, uncirculated penny with a sharp strike and nowhere can skyrocket in value. That's why collectors are willing to pay outrageous sums for the best specimens. But here's the catch: there's one more factor that can turn a high-value coin into a life-changing multi-million-dollar payday. And I promise, you'll want to hear this. Now, before I reveal this final secret, let's take a second to imagine the face of the cashier when someone handed over a $3 million penny for a pack of gum. Let's just say, they'd need therapy after that discovery. Alright, here's the final and most critical piece: provenance and authentication. If you find what you believe is a rare 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny, don't rush to sell it on eBay for a quick buck. Instead, have it authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A certified, high-grade example with proof of authenticity could mean the difference between a few $100 and millions. So, what's next? Check your pennies right now. Seriously, don't wait. You could be holding the key to a brand new life. And if you do find one, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe, because we're uncovering even more hidden treasures in your pocket change. You never know, the next coin we reveal could be your million-dollar find. What if I told you that a single penny, something you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth up to $4 million? Yes, you heard that right. $4 million. And it's not just any penny, it's the elusive, mysterious, and incredibly valuable 1988 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. But here's the catch, most people have no idea how to spot it. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and how you can cash in before it's too late. Picture this, you're digging through an old jar of pennies, maybe some loose change from your grandparents' attic, when suddenly, you spot a 1988 penny. It looks ordinary, but is it? Here's where things get interesting. The 1988 Lincoln penny has a version that lacks a mint mark, meaning it wasn't stamped with a letter indicating where it was made. This error makes it one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in existence. Why? Because mint errors like this are not supposed to happen, and collectors are willing to pay a fortune for them. But here's the scary part, most people don't even check their pennies. They spend them, toss them in change jars, or worse, let them slip away without knowing their true worth. Imagine accidentally using a $4 million penny to buy a pack of gum. That's like setting a stack of cash on fire and walking away. And it's happened before. People have unknowingly spent rare coins, only for them to show up at auction years later, making someone else a fortune. Don't let that be you. So, how do you know if you have the 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? First, take a deep breath and grab your pennies. Flip them over and look just under the date. If you see a little letter, P, D, or S, sorry, that's not the one. But if there's no letter at all, your heart should start racing. You might be holding a millionaire maker, but wait, there's more. You also need to check for something called the transitional error. This means the coin was struck using a different die than intended, creating a mix-up that collectors go crazy for. So even if it looks normal to the untrained eye, experts know this is a jackpot waiting to happen. And speaking of jackpots, let's talk money. The record auction price for one of these rare pennies? A staggering $4 million. And even if yours isn't in perfect condition, you could still be looking at tens, or even hundreds, of thousands of dollars. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but where do I sell it? Great question. There are high-end collectors, coin dealers, and even online marketplaces where these pennies are in high demand. But here's the key, don't rush into a sale without knowing your coin's true worth. I'll explain how to get the best price in just a moment. Here's the deal, the value of rare coins is skyrocketing. As more collectors hunt for these hidden gems, the prices are going up fast. That means if you have a 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, you need to act now before the market shifts. First, get your coin authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will confirm its rarity and condition, two major factors that determine its worth. Second, don't settle for the first offer you get. Auction houses, serious collectors, and specialized coin dealers often pay the highest prices. Shop around, negotiate, and make sure you're getting every dollar your coin is worth. And finally, keep looking. If one rare penny is out there, who's to say there isn't another one hiding in your loose change? Every year, people discover lost treasures in the most unexpected places. That means your next trip to the grocery store, your next handful of change, could hold the key to financial freedom. Final cliffhanger, so now you know, the 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth millions, and one might just be waiting for you to find it. But here's the thing, this isn't the only rare penny floating around. There are others, even more valuable, that could be in circulation right now. Want to know which ones to look for next? I've got the full list in my next video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Did you just spend a fortune without even realizing it? Imagine handing over a simple penny, only to find out later it was worth $5 million. Well, buckle up because today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable penny errors to ever exist, the 1989 no Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Most people overlook pennies. They're tossed into jars, lost under couch cushions, or even ignored on the ground. But what if I told you that one tiny mistake at the US Mint turned an ordinary 1989 penny into a life-changing fortune? Here's where it gets crazy. A handful of 1989 Lincoln pennies were mistakenly struck without a mint mark, a crucial detail that identifies where a coin was made. The result? A numismatic anomaly that collectors are now willing to pay millions to own. Imagine rummaging through your old coin collection or finding a penny in your car cup holder that could completely change your life. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's real, and people just like you have cashed in big. Now, before you start flipping over every penny in sight, let's talk about what makes the 1989 no-mark Lincoln penny so valuable. First, check the date. If you have a 1989 penny, hold it up to the light and look just below the date on the right side. See a small letter D or S. Unfortunately, that's not the one we're after. But if there's no letter at all, your heart should be racing right now. But wait, there's more. Condition matters. A worn-out coin might still fetch a decent amount, but if your penny is in near-perfect condition, we're talking about serious money. In fact, a top-graded version of this penny recently sold for over $5 million at auction. Think about that. A single penny, something most people wouldn't even bother to pick up, selling for more than a luxury mansion. Let that sink in. Now, let's say you found a 1989 no-mark Lincoln penny. What should you do next? Step 1, do not spend it. Sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people unknowingly pass rare coins through their hands every single day. Step 2, get it professionally authenticated. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify your penny's authenticity and condition, two key factors in determining its value. Without proper certification, even a valuable coin may not sell for its full potential. Step 3, list it for sale in the right place. The rare coin market is booming, but selling a multi-million-dollar penny isn't as simple as listing it on eBay. High-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers specialize in rare coins and have connections with serious buyers willing to pay top dollar. And here's the kicker, values fluctuate. What's worth $5 million today could skyrocket even higher tomorrow. But just as quickly, prices can drop as new discoveries are made. That means every day you wait could be costing you money. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to take a second look at your spare change, or will you risk letting a fortune slip through your fingers? Before you check out, make sure you subscribe because we're uncovering more hidden treasures that could be sitting right under your nose. Your millionaire moment could be just one rare coin away. Check your pockets, check your piggy banks, and I'll see you in the next one. Imagine finding a single penny worth $6 million hiding in your pocket change. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you that one rare 2015 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to unimaginable wealth? Before you toss that loose change aside, stick with me, because this story could change your life forever. Back in 2015, millions of pennies were minted, but a few escaped the presses with a critical error: no mint mark. While most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare few have sold for jaw-dropping prices at auction. Why? Because in the world of coin collecting, errors like these can turn an ordinary coin into a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. Now, before you go digging through your coin jar, let me tell you exactly what to look for. This isn't just any penny, we're talking about a rare anomaly that collectors are willing to pay millions for. The key lies in the missing mint mark. Normally, 2015 pennies from Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, but a small batch of error coins were struck without a mint mark under highly unusual circumstances. Coin experts speculate that these coins were part of a misprint batch that was never supposed to leave the mint. But here's the kicker, some did. That's right, some of these rare pennies are floating around in everyday circulation, and someone is bound to cash in big. Could it be you? But let's take a step back. Why would someone pay $6 million for a penny? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and history. Collectors thrive on acquiring pieces that no one else has, and when a coin is both scarce and mysterious, the bidding wars begin. Just recently, a rare penny of similar nature fetched an astonishing 7-figure sum at auction, sending shockwaves through the numismatic world. Now, let's address the big question: how do you know if you have one? Start by examining any 2015 pennies in your possession. No mint mark. That's a good sign. But wait, it gets trickier. Some no-mint mark pennies are common, while others are worth life-changing amounts. You'll need a magnifying glass, a keen eye, and possibly an expert appraisal to determine if you're sitting on a fortune. Here's something to keep in mind: many people unknowingly spend these rare coins every single day. Imagine buying a coffee with a penny that could have paid off your mortgage. Painful, right? This is why awareness is key. And even if you don't have this exact coin, there are dozens of rare pennies out there that could still be worth thousands, or even millions. This is why knowing what to look for can make all the difference. But don't get too comfortable just yet, there's another twist. Fake coins have flooded the market, and scammers are on the prowl. If you think you have a rare penny, authentication is critical. Professional coin grading services can verify whether your coin is the real deal or just an ordinary cent. And here's a little insider tip: if you suspect you've got something valuable, never clean it. Cleaning can damage the coin's value and turn a potential fortune into a pocketful of regret. So, what's the next step? If you think you have a 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth a fortune, get it appraised by a reputable coin dealer or grading service. Time is money, and collectors are always hunting for the next big find. And before you go, let me ask you, what if the next time you check your pocket change, you discover a coin worth millions? Would you keep it, sell it, or frame it on your wall as the ultimate conversation piece? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to uncover more hidden treasures in your own home, make sure to subscribe, because the next rare coin could be sitting in your drawer right now. Have you ever walked past a penny on the ground and thought, it's just a penny, why bother? What if I told you that one small mistake on a 2016 Abraham Lincoln penny could be worth up to $7 million? Yes, you heard that right, $7 million. And there's a chance you could have one sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now. But here's the catch: you need to know exactly what to look for before you cash in big. Stay with me, because missing this information could cost you a life-changing fortune. Now, imagine this: a man in Ohio is going through his late grandfather's coin collection. He stumbles upon an odd-looking penny. It doesn't seem that special, until he does a little research. His heart races as he realizes this is no ordinary coin. He rushes to an auction house, and when the final bid comes in, $7 million. Sounds unbelievable? It's not. Because one simple minting error on the 2016 Lincoln penny has turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. And here's where it gets scary: most people who own these coins don't even realize what they have. They spend them. They toss them into tip jars. Some even leave them stuck at the bottom of a couch cushion, never knowing they've thrown away millions. So, what makes this penny so valuable? It all comes down to a rare minting mistake that happened at the US Mint. This specific error, known as a number 2016 variation, means the year was never stamped on the coin due to a minting mishap. But here's the tricky part: this error is incredibly rare, and only a handful have been discovered so far. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you actually looked at a penny in your wallet? Most people don't. And that's exactly why so many of these million-dollar coins are still in circulation, completely unnoticed. And let's be honest, if you found a weird-looking penny, would you keep it or toss it? Most of us would say, it's just a penny. But now, I bet you'll be checking every single one like a detective at a crime scene. Now, let's talk numbers. The last recorded auction price for one of these ultra-rare pennies was $7 million. But that's not all. Other error pennies from the same year have sold for six figures. Even lower grade versions can be worth tens of thousands. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you have a 2016 Lincoln penny missing its date, you could be sitting on a hidden fortune. But here's the problem: if you don't act fast, you could accidentally spend it or lose it forever. But hold on, before you start digging through your loose change, you need to know exactly how to authenticate these coins. Because not every error penny is worth millions, and there are fakes out there that could trick even seasoned collectors. So, how do you make sure you've got the real deal? And where should you sell it to get top dollar? Stick with me, because I'm about to reveal the crucial next steps that could turn your spare change into life-changing wealth. Alright, here's what you need to do right now: go grab every 2016 Lincoln penny you can find. Check for the missing date. If you think you have one, don't clean it, don't spend it, and definitely don't sell it to just anyone. Get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. And if you need help finding the best places to sell for maximum profit, I've got you covered. Drop a comment below, and I'll share my top recommendations. Let's be real, who knew pennies could be worth more than a luxury car or even a mansion? But here we are. And if you've made it this far, you're already ahead of 99% of people who let valuable coins slip through their fingers. So don't be that person. Hit that like button if you're checking your change right now, and subscribe for more ways to turn everyday coins into serious cash. Because the next rare penny could be hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket. Would you believe me if I told you that a simple 2021 Lincoln penny could be worth up to $8 million? Yes, you heard that right. A penny, something most people ignore on the sidewalk, could make you a multimillionaire overnight. Now, before you run to your coin jar and quit your job, hold on. There's a catch. Only a handful of these rare pennies exist, and if you don't know what to look for, you could literally be holding a fortune in your hands, and not even realize it. And trust me, missing out on this could be one of the most expensive mistakes of your life. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny so valuable, how to spot one, and, most importantly, how you can cash in on it. What makes the 2021 Lincoln penny worth millions? First, let's talk about why this coin is so valuable. It's not just any 2021 penny. This rare gem has a specific minting error that makes collectors go absolutely crazy for it. The error? A double die strike, which causes some letters and details to appear slightly doubled or distorted. But here's the kicker, only a few of these have been confirmed to exist. Now, imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change and you spot a 2021 penny that looks a little off. Instead of tossing it aside, you take a closer look. The letters on Liberty and the date seem slightly doubled. Could it be? Could you actually be holding one of these rare treasures? At this point, your heart is racing. You pull out a magnifying glass, your hands trembling. And then, boom, you see it. The error is there. Congratulations, you might have just found yourself a life-changing coin. But before you start celebrating, let's talk about what comes next, because if you don't handle this right, you could end up losing thousands, if not millions. How to sell and maximize your profit. So, what should you do if you think you have this rare penny? First, do not spend it. I repeat, do not accidentally use it to buy a cup of coffee. The last thing you want is for someone else to walk away with your millions because you weren't paying attention. Next, get your coin professionally graded. Organizations like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and certify its value. This is crucial because serious collectors won't even consider buying an unverified coin, and here's where it gets really exciting. Once your coin is authenticated, you can auction it off to the highest bidder. Recent sales of rare pennies with similar errors have fetched anywhere from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. Now, imagine what that kind of money could do for you. A new house. Early retirement. Traveling the world. The possibilities are endless, but here's the thing, these rare coins are being found and sold as we speak. If you wait too long, you might miss your chance to cash in. So, go check your coin stash now. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more secrets on rare coins that could make you rich. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.